Issue Boy and Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the problem is in India. Well, the match has not been televised. Yes, that's the problem. Arsenal versus Watford is not being televised because the priority is Chelsea's game and definitely Manchester United versus Leicester City. So I thought, why not? Why not? Let's just record our show because we don't miss our videos, do we? So let's move on with the first news. Well, obviously, I guess I've already put it up in my community tab. If you guys have not watched it, well, tomorrow will be the grand opening of the transfer window, and we are going to talk about the transfers that you guys would love to hear about. So we're going to go live tomorrow. I've already put that up on my community tab. So be ready. The timings are still the same. If you still haven't noticed it yet, well, it's 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, 3 p.m. BST, and 4 p.m. Central African Time. So let's move on with the first news. Well, does Aubameyang hint at signing at a new contract? Yes, this is what the image that was clicked on the training today. And yes, Aubameyang looks like he is signing the new thing. He's signing that thing. Yes, do you know what I mean? He's signing that thing. Well, Nicola Pepe, 27 starts, 8 goals and 9 assists. It is completely not bad for the first season in the Premiership. 17 goals and assists. That is goal involvements. It's really good, I guess. I don't think so. It's bad, is it? I think it's not justified the whole price tag yet, but I don't think so that I should expect anything less as we go into the next season with Nicola Pepe. Probably he will definitely be more integrated because he will be having a complete preseason this time. Well, moving on. Well, the whole situation about the thumbnail is concerned. Well, the club is seriously pushing for this swap deal of Guendouzi plus cash, somewhere around £10 million for Coutinho. Barcelona are open to the deal and discussions are still ongoing, but Arsenal have also inquired about Ousmane Dembele, unlikely to progress further than this unless one of the striker is sold. So that's not happening yet, but most probably Guendouzi to Barcelona and Coutinho to Arsenal. It is on the works. It's on the works. Barcelona are open to everything. Let's see. Well, talking about more stuff, we're going to talk about Arsenal's goals scored in the Prem in the last 10 seasons. 72, 74, 72, 68, 71, 65, 77, 74, 73 and 53 up until now this season. If Aubameyang had missed the same number of big chances as Wright, Arsenal would only be having 44 this season. So you can understand it was not being wasteful as such, but Aubameyang has definitely added that. He's actually took all his chances. That's what matters, doesn't it, for a striker, isn't it? Well, talking about more specific news, Arsenal actually pay tribute to the supporters who lost their lives in the last 12 months during the Arsenal-Watford game. This is what they actually pay tribute to. It's really great to be an Arsenal fan. This is what Jose Mourinho says, heritage, isn't it? Well, no surprises who the first goal scorer in the new home kit is Aubameyang. He scored the penalty against Watford for the first goal, which means Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has now scored 200 league goals in his career. 200 league goals. I mean, imagine 200 league goals. Oh my God, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, take a bow, my friend. Unfreaking believable. Well, talking about it, Hector Bellerin could not make it into the Arsenal squad as well because Hector has a tight calf and misses the game as a precaution, because obviously you don't want to have a player like Hector Bellerin injured before the final of the FA Cup. So as a precaution, Hector Bellerin is rested, not even named in the bench for that matter. Aubameyang's Premier League tally in the season 2017-2018, he played 13 games, scoring 10 goals. In season 2018-2019, he scored 36. He played 36 games, scored 22 goals, and up until now, 2019-2020 season, played 36 games and scored 22 goals and counting, I believe. Well, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has now scored 13 Premier League goals in his last 11 appearances against sides starting the day in the relegation zone. He is the Predator, isn't he? Well, a lot of talks about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but let's move on with the transfer news. Well, this platform or this channel is more about transfer news, so let's right away delve into it. Talking about Arsenal, they have reportedly identified Porto's Danilo Pereira as an alternative to their main target for the defensive midfield role in Thomas Partey. So probably they will not be going into Thomas Partey. If that's not happening, then they will knock the doors for Danilo Pereira. Danilo Pereira will actually cost somewhere around £20 million, probably more than a slight tad more than half Partey's value, but ESPN said that the Gunners are ready to meet Pereira's representatives at the end of the season. Just as a precautionary measure, they would have to meet him. Robin van Persie was warned by friends about the weather before his transfer to Manchester United. The Dutch ace made the switch from Arsenal to Manchester United in the summer of 2012. Well, speaking on a podcast, Van Persie said how friends tried to change his mind about a move up north by telling him the weather would be bad. He said, a lot of people told me, friends in London, they asked me why I was going to live in Manchester. It'll be difficult, they said. It's really that bad and always raining. The classic story about Manchester. I said, okay, but I want to make the move. I'm doing it. See, he did it anyways. So, moving on. Arsenal legend Ian Wright has spoken of his fear that Chelsea should sign or probably could sign Emiliano Martinez as a replacement for Kepa Arrizabalaga. Well, speaking on the Kelly and Wright show, he said, well, when you go to a number 2, the first thing you do is worry because you think, has he had enough games? Will he be able to deal with the pressure? Obviously, there's no fans there, but everybody spoke about Emmy and how good he is. But I didn't realize how good he was because I didn't see enough of him. I saw him in some cup games, but he's commanding. He makes great saves. He's good on the ground. He's got everything for a number 2. The thing that frightens me now with him is that when Bernd Leno does come back and he is fit, why would he want to continue as a number 2 when he's played to this level being a number 1? He will surely want to go and be a number 1 now. Now, why he's talking about Chelsea here? Because we all know how spastic Kepa Arrizabalaga was playing against Liverpool, and he's been dropped. He's not even on the bench against. If I'm wrong, I may be, but he's not starting against Wolves, and they're already cruising 2-0. So I think the biggest issue here is Chelsea are lurking in, but most probably I think what I know as transfer news, it was pretty much clear that I think they are going for Andre Onana from Ajax. They are in talks with them, so I don't think so, Emiliano Martinez. But there are rumors, okay? We need to keep making sure that Emiliano Martinez signs a new deal, and that could be really huge for Arsenal. Well, moving on. Arsenal have been dealt a blow following reports that Monaco have made their move to sign Real Madrid flop Luka Jovic. Well, ESPN have actually claimed that the French club's new manager Niko Kovac, who was the old manager of Eintracht Frankfurt when Luka Jovic was a hit with Frankfurt, well, he wants to make him his first signing. The report adds that the former Bayern Munich boss who replaced Robert Moreno at Monaco last week has already held talks with Jovic. Both Kovac and Jovic pair are represented by the same agent, Fali Ramadani, and Kovac has already managed the Serbia international at Eintracht Frankfurt. So Kovac is 48 years of age, is said to be keen on a reunion with Jovic, with a loan the most likely option at this stage for now. The 22-year-old was touted as the next big thing last summer after he sealed a £54 million move to Real Madrid. Arsenal legend Terry Neal has lauded the performance of Kieran Tierney as he hailed him as the club's best left back since Ashley Cole. He says, Tierney has been brilliant for us, and the more I see him, the more I like him. He comes across as a level-headed young lad, very self-effacing, and that's surely down to his family and friends and the way he was brought up. Ashley Cole was superb. He was a great player, and it's obviously still early days with Kieran, but from what I've seen so far, I've been immensely impressed by him. Let's not forget that Kieran is still only 23, and it's not nearly as good as yet he's going to be. Every time I see him, he looks better than the time before, so there's even more to come from him. But it's not just his performances I've been taken by. The football and life are about more than just the old flash of talent. When I hear Kieran being interviewed on television, he seems to be a grounded individual, although his mental strength stands out as well. He's clearly been well schooled at Celtic, and he's a credit to his family. Now, former Tottenham midfielder Jermaine Jonas has really lost it. He says Nicola Pepe is up there with Newcastle striker Joelinton as one of the flops of the season. He says, oh god, yeah, that's up there with Joelinton. I think it's the money. It's just as simple as that. The amount of money that has been spent on him in terms of what he has delivered and what you can actually see. Oh my god, everyone can have a bad season. I don't remember but a lot of people talk about Henry's first season at Arsenal and that it didn't quite go for him straight away. And they kind of lean on that quite a lot in terms of these types of signings, in that he will get it right. But I have just not seen it with this particular player, so that business there looks bad business at the moment. But his stats aren't as bad as what Jonas has made out actually. It's unbelievable. Well, David Luiz has conceded a penalty against Watford, so he's conceded more penalties in the Premier League this season, that is 5, than 10 clubs. Southampton, Palace, Man City, Man United, Sheffield United, Wolves, Brighton, Chelsea, Newcastle and Liverpool. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So sit back, relax and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers. And don't forget, tomorrow the transfer window opens and we're going to have the first transfer window live. You guys got to be lively tomorrow evening, and you guys will definitely going to get the best form of news of Arsenal and the transfer updates. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.